In chapter 1 of lesson 3, we are going to talk about the immutability of the contract. And up until now, just like he said, the Solidity is quite like JavaScript, but there's a difference is the immutable, which is never be modified or update. So in the right hand side, you can see the code is hard-coded the ckAddress, the CryptoKitties. So there is a problem. So if there is a flaw in this contract, there's no way to patch it later. You have to tell your user to start with using different smart contract address that has to fix. But there's also a feature of smart contract. The code is raw. If you read the code of smart contract and verify it, you can be sure that every time you call a function, it will do exactly the same as it do before. No one can later change the functions and give you unexpected result. So now we have to add some modifications to let the owner to modify the code later. And in lesson 2, we hard-code the ckAddress. So if it did happen, it would render our app completely useless if the contact address, the contract, had a bug and someone destroyed all the kitties. So our app had to point to another address. So for this reason, it often makes sense to have a function which allows you to update the key portions of the app. So you can update the key portions but not all the functions. So instead of hard-code the CryptoKitties contract address into our app, you have to properly have a setKittyContractAddress functions. So now it have to put into the task. The first one is to delete the line of the code we hard-coded ckAddress. So we can just delete this and then change this to just a declarations. So we cut this and place a semicolon. And the third point is to create a functions called setKittyAddress. So I paste this at here because we will use this later. So we have to make a functions, and the name is setKittyContractAddress, and the address is address, and it should be external functions. And inside the function, we have to set the kittyContract is equal to the kittyInterface ckAddress. So we cut this and paste to here, and then we copy this one and paste to and overwrite the ckAddress, and then we have to check the answer. Now we can go to next chapter.